Just testing out this lens for vlogging, the Olympus 9mm, and I've got the Rode Video Micro on top of the camera. It's quite noisy, it's quite a bit of wind and traffic noise. I'm not looking at the monitor, I've literally just taken this out the bag and switched it on just to see what it's like. When I tried it at the weekend, one of the things I found was it was quite overexposed. There's quite strong sunlight today. I may have just had the exposure compensation up a bit high, so be interesting to see how this looks today. Well, I'm quite amazed today. It's still quite early in March and it's been pretty cold all week, but today is glorious, like a lovely sunny day. I feel overdressed with a coat on. I'll have to take it off in a minute. And I decided the top had to come off. It's really quite warm. Just swing around a bit there, just trying some different lighting and seeing how that's kind of handling things before I continue on. The lens itself, this is Olympus 9mm fisheye, and it has about 3 settings on it for focus. One is less than about 7 inches, and actually it's not much further away than that at the moment. But what I was noticing on Saturday was that it was all looking a bit soft, and that was trying it on that setting. Well, now I've got it set to what's called distance focus, which is a bit further away. There's also infinity, but this one is hopefully good in the middle ground. So we'll see what it looks like. I just looked at the weather forecast and it's showing 13 degrees. It was a couple of days early this week, it was absolutely freezing out, or it felt it. And Saturday we went to Kew Gardens and it was drizzly and rainy most of the day, and it just felt really quite yucky out. One observation I will make about the camera that I don't like, which is the Panasonic Lumix G80, is the record light, which for some reason, and I think different to most other cameras I've ever owned, it flashes on the screen. And the problem is you push record and you look at the screen and there's no light on, and you have to wait for it to come back up, and there's those couple of seconds of not knowing, is it recording, isn't it recording, pushing the button, stopping it. It's a bit irritating, and I just wish there was a way to just make that stay on constantly. Wow. Birthing fees from £338 a month. You have got to be so rich to own a boat. It has been a while since we've done any sailing. It was kind of neat for a while when a friend of ours, Hannah, used to own a boat and live on it here in the Marina. And often during the week she would finish early one afternoon and off we'd go out for the afternoon on a day like today and go for a little sail down to Shoreham or somewhere and back again. Got caught in a thunderstorm once or twice, which was quite interesting. Just heading down into the fishing section now, where all the local fishermen berth up. This is the far end of the marina, and then I'm heading out along the undercliff path towards Rottingdean. Good, the lock is closed, which means I can take the shortcut across the bridge here. When there's a boat coming through, you have to wait for it all to go through the locks, and it can take about 15 minutes or so. So an interesting revelation today with this setup. Last week when I was doing a job for a corporate customer, and I found I was actually using the electronic viewfinder quite a lot rather than the screen, which I wasn't expecting to do, but I've started to find that's incredibly useful on this camera. But one of the things I can't do with my hat on is to look through the viewfinder because it hits into the back of the microphone. And of course I realised that most of that is all very silhouetted, but again kind of really testing out to see how well this works, almost as a point and shoot, and sort of fairly automatic, and just let it deal with different situations really. Well, it's 1:30. I haven't actually told you what I'm doing or where I'm going, have I? But on the way to a friend's house who lives in Saltdean, which is quite some miles away. I said I'd be there at 2. Might be a bit late. Probably going to take a bit more than half an hour from here. Can't remember exactly how many miles it is. Probably 5 or 6, I think. Certainly a lot of runners and cyclists coming down this way today. Seriously starting to think I'm going to have to take this top off next. It's a very nice little cafe here in Ovingdean, which is always pretty busy, even on a Thursday afternoon, although I guess the sun's out today. So just reaching Rottingdean. I am running a bit late. It's now just about 2 o'clock, so I'm probably going to be best part of half an hour late, but I have let her know. Just up here is one of my clients have just moved offices, and have a very nice office there directly overlooking the sea, which is a very nice place to work from. Just coming up towards Saltdean now, and there are rollerbladers. I used to run a rollerblading session for a sports club in Brighton, and we used to skate all down here, which is great apart from all the stones. If you hit one of those you end up in a heap. Well, just approaching Saltdean now, which is kind of where I'm heading, except it's up in town a little. I need to go. It's an interesting coincidence, but I spotted last night that a user YouTube channel called Saltdean Zone subscribed to my channel, and it's quite an interesting website and channel they got going on there, certainly for people living in Saltdean. So if you're not aware of it, do go check it out. I kind of set out today to just really to test this rig and this setup with this lens as much as anything, just seeing if it's any good, because it's quite new. If it looks really soft and mushy, and it was pretty soft and mushy with the tests I did on Saturday, then it'll probably never see the light of day, but I may post it. So if this sort of content or any of the other content on my channel does interest you, then please do click subscribe, like, and certainly drop me a comment in the comment section below, and just tell me what interests you, what you like, what you don't like, and I'll perhaps endeavour to make some more of it. So another thing that I wouldn't normally do is I'm not even using the screen today on this camera, it's so wide. And I guess one of the beauties of shooting in 4K is, if need be, I can actually crop it down a bit and frame it up a little better, fix it in post, as they say. All a bit cheating, I know. Anyway, I'm almost where I'm going, except I happen to know it's right at the top of this hill. This is the Grand Ocean, an old Art Deco hotel. I think they've more or less turned it into all flats or apartments now. Almost there. Only about 20 odd minutes late, so not so bad. I think the extra time came because I kept stopping to take cutaways and images. Trying to fix a computer. Oh dear. I think it's toast. The biscuits are good. Well, that's it. I'm off home now. I never did get the machine working properly. Seemed to have some kind of hardware issue that was grinding everything to a halt. So we've left that to be sorted out. But boy, has it got cold. It's really chilled off from earlier on. Just crossing the road. Try not to get run over by a bus. Well, I'm making my way back now, and I'll take a look at the footage, see how that's looking, how it's sounding in amongst all this traffic, and hopefully I'll catch up with you all again soon.